Hello, it is November 1st, No Shave November, if you're into that. I did not know that that was like a real thing. I thought it was just something people did. Apparently, it's to raise money for cancer awareness or cancer research. Apparently, you're supposed to not shave for the month of November, and guys are supposed to donate the money they save by not shaving to cancer research. I was not aware of that, nor do I think I would save any money by not shaving because I don't really shave that much anyway. The amount I use a razor, the razor blade lasts like 2 months. But yeah, I was not aware that that was like a thing. I will say, however, for No Shave November, that please, if you decide to do it, it does not mean that you cannot. It's not no hygiene November. There's nothing wrong with taking a razor and trimming up your beard line. There's an actual beard line for your face of where it should be. Yeah, so it's not wrong to shave your goddamn neck. We've all seen that. The dude with it gets long enough where like the neck hair is growing in swirls, like where it's meeting the tuft of chest hair poking out of the top of the shirt. It just looks fucking sloppy. It's like the difference between looking like Zeus with a nice, well manicured beard, or like a sterno bum begging for change, just like mange, and it's fucking gross. I also found out there's another campaign for cancer awareness. It's and I shit you not, this is real. The Planters Peanut Company Corporation, whatever it is, Planters Peanuts, legit has a awareness campaign to prevent and treat men's testicular cancer research, and it's called Save Your Nuts. Like, I'm not making that up. That's real. I saw that. I was like, that's pretty cool. At least the company has the, I guess, balls, if you will, the nuts to do that. See, that's like an ad campaign. That's kind of funny, and I could at least get a chuckle out of it when I see that. But the No Shave November thing, please, like, you can use some hygiene. There's nothing wrong with having a nice looking beard versus just shit growing out from everywhere. Like when your neck hair is starting to meet the bottom of your beard around your ear and form like a ring around your ear, it's time to go to a barber, or at least do something yourself in your bathroom with some scissors. Yeah, I mean, so I've done tons of job interviews in my life, conducted interviews with prospective people looking to get hired. And if somebody walks in like with a nice clean beard, I'm like, that's fine. But if somebody walks in looking like they haven't had a shower and the hair is just out of control, that first impression is just like, ugh, like, no way, man. Like, this is a job interview. You couldn't even clean up. So just keep that in mind. Nobody wants to see that. Speaking of things that'll prevent you from a job interview, I saw, because I don't listen to a whole lot of like pop music or anything like that, but like, what the fuck is going on with the face tattoos now? Like, face tattoos, come on. And neck tattoos. Neck tattoos have been around. I personally don't like them. I will not date a fucking girl with a neck tattoo. It's like the cattle brand of just like trash, if you ask me. Granted, there's people that have some and whatever. Everybody has their own opinions on tattoos. I get that. I'm not anti-tattoo. But when you start putting tattoos on your fucking face, like, these people obviously have nobody in their life that will pull them aside and be like, don't fucking do that. Like, you look like an idiot. Like, it's not even just a bad choice. Like, you just look like an idiot. Like, I would never hire you in a job interview. Like, you can't discriminate on race, religion, blah blah blah. And the people with tattoos always get all up in arms about it. They're like, oh, you're just discriminating because I have tattoos. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person because I have tattoos. No, you're right. But when you're going to a job interview, I will judge you on how you dress and clean up for the job interview. And part of that's appearance. And part of that is if you start fucking tattooing barbed wire and words on your face, basically you're just handing over a resume saying, I make fucking dumb choices. And like these rappers, like and like nowadays with the face tattoos, like, I don't know who they think they are, but you're not the next like Beatles or anything else. Like, have these people ever watched Behind the Music? Like, you're literally going to be in rehab or like sucking dick at a truck stop in like 6 months. Like, your career's already over, and you think that you're on top of the world. I mean, how many people in the last like 10, 15 years have been on the scene for like pop and rap music that you just don't hear about anymore, and they're like bagging groceries at like a Safeway in like Fresno, California or some shit, trying to get back into the scene. I mean, fuck. I mean, these people, you're not gonna be Elvis or Paul McCartney or fucking even Dr. Dre or anybody like that. Those people, Eminem, there's like a handful that are still around from 20 years ago. And none of them did the whole fucking. You're really banking on the fact that once you get a face tattoo, you're committing to the fact that you're never going to have to do another job interview ever again. And people with tattoos get really upset about that. Like I said, I'm not anti-tattoo. It's just fucking goddamn it, face tattoos, man. Like, why would you? Why would you? It alters like how you look so much. Can we just please stop that trend now? Just please stop the trend. Face tattoos, bad. The worst part is you're going to have actual kids that are growing up listening to this music now that are impressionable, that are going to do that shit, and then, thinking it's cool, and then this music is not going to be in style in another 5 years. Nobody's going to have that shit, and they're going to, like, just fucking look retarded and be wondering why they can't get into the workforce or accepted to any good schools or anything like that, because you look like a fucking retard. People don't want retards working for them. You want somebody that's going to represent whatever business you have that you're hiring somebody for. And, people make assumptions based on appearance. That's just the way it is. It's not wrong. That's how it is. The first thing you see about somebody is appearance. Unless they fucking smell horrible, that's the first thing that you see is appearance. And that's what you judge on first. It's the same way with relationships and stuff. Your first assumptions about somebody are always physical, because that's what you can see from a distance when you walk up to somebody before ever saying a word to them. So I'm not saying people with tattoos are bad people or whatever. I will say, if you have a fucking face tattoo, you do not make smart decisions, and I will not hire you, because if you'll do that, who knows? And you might be the nicest person in the world. That's fine. Go be a musician. Go to a job where all you can do all day is drink and get stoned and just write shitty music. Actually, none of them even write music anymore anyway. Like, pop music is just, oh my god, I turn on the local, rock music isn't even fucking rock music anymore. I don't listen to a whole lot of pop music at radio. I don't listen to the radio at all. I like listening to like underground, as far as hip hop and stuff like that, underground, and like metal music. And I go outside the country. I look in like, bands. There's a lot of good bands and stuff from like Sweden, Finland, a lot of good European bands, stuff that's not popular here in the U.S. because it doesn't sound just like every other band. And that's the way that the music industry, if you can call it that, works in America. Like, everything is just the same pumped out stuff. Like, they want you to sound the same. So that's why these people, like, you get these fucking face tattoos. It's like, once this music's out of style, like, you're done. Like, you don't have any skills to go out and get, like, start a new band. You don't play any instruments. You don't write your own music for the most part. It's all just producers at the music studios. That's why everything sounds the same. And they're just looking for somebody that looks the part for what's popular right now so they can pump it out. And they've always done that. It's not just right now. I mean, shit, they even do that with like rock music and stuff. Like, why do you think it's not a coincidence that in the 90s, like, Creed, Nickelback, and fucking Stained all sounded exactly the fucking same? And I always get shit when I say that. Everyone's like, fucking Stained is way better than Nickelback. Aaron Lewis is fucking awesome. Is he? Is he? No, he's fucking not. He's not awesome. First of all, nobody gives a shit about acoustic fucking concerts. They suck. Okay? I'm not going to buy any acoustic album ever. That's just me. If you like it, whatever. But the shit sounds the same. Well, Stain's first... Everybody always says Stain's first album was good. Yeah, when was that? Fucking 1989? Like, nobody cares. Like, your shit sucks and it sounds the same. But that's what they were making for, for rock bands and shit back then. Like, that's the sound that people wanted, and I don't know why, but I mean, that's what the music industry does. They just pump that shit out. But at least those people could pick up an instrument and find, if that band fails, they find another band, or they can start another band, or they have some kind of musical talent where they can do something else. Like these fucking tattooed faced rappers, if you want to call them that. They have no skills. Like, they can't even sing. It's all auto tune, and like auto tune singing, producer making your fucking beats, and it sounds just like everything else everybody else makes. Like, you can't even tell who's doing what. I get lectured all the time by this because I'm the minority as far as not liking pop music in most places that I go, which is fine by me. I mean, I just don't like it. I want to hear musicianship, creativity, something different, something that, I mean, everything, they want everything to sound exactly. I mean, look at fucking, who is it? Nicki Minaj and this Cardi B chick. Like, they don't even look black anymore. Like, they have like the same fucking face, like it was stamped on them at the music studio, like a plastic Barbie. Like, they don't even look like an individual anymore. It's like what they look like is the face that pops up in a video game when you can alter the features before you create your character. That's what they fucking look like. Not attractive at all, in my opinion. Though I wouldn't like kick either one of them out of bed if they got crumbs in the sheets or something, but that's a different story. The lack just of an individuality nowadays. Like, nobody's like thinking for themselves. Like, I mean, look at fucking social media. Like, you go on Facebook, and like it's not what it used to be. Like, it used to be like people sharing things, and it was a way to communicate with somebody. Now it's just like fucking just memes. Like, what the fuck? Like, where the fuck did memes come from? Like, you get people that don't do shit, have no social skills, but they read like a meme where it's like a cat with like a fucking angry face on it. It's like, that face I make when I don't have coffee. Then they share it, and some fucking retard they're friends with, it's like, oh, it's totally me. Like, and then they share it and tag somebody to like, hey, look, it's me. And someone's like, oh, it's totally you. And it's a fucking picture of a cat. Like, you guys are relating about something that you're not even doing. Like, there's no interaction, like, relating there. It's just a bunch of just recirculating these fucking memes. And, like, don't get me wrong, every now and then there's something that makes me kind of laugh. But the majority of it is just fucking stupid. Like, we get it. You're grumpy if you don't have coffee. I don't need 5,000 memes to let me know that you like coffee. Or you like fucking pumpkin spice lattes. Yeah, it's just, there's no individuality anymore. Like, people are just, it's like mindless. People just get on there and just scroll down and just like, oh, that's totally me. Is it, retard? I don't think so. Yeah, so, like, that and food, like, if you are like a professional baker, or not even a professional baker, but you decide to make like a wedding cake and it comes out cool, and you want to share a picture, cool. If you go to fucking Chick-fil-A, I don't need to see a picture of your chicken sandwich. Like, the whole, foodie. Is any of it, like, that term makes me just want to blast somebody in the face. Hi, I'm a foodie. You're about to die. And just at least have your broken nose. Like, a foodie. Like, listen to yourself. Like, pull the fucking butt plug out of your ass and just, I like to eat food because if I don't, I'll die. That's what it comes down to. Like, I'm a foodie. God damn it. Just douchebags. So I want to shift gears here for a minute. I took my car to get to the shop today to get inspected. Ooh, did you guys just catch that segue right there? Shift gears, took my car to get inspected. Boom! I dropped the mic if I wasn't using a fucking headphone mic, because my mic sucks. But yeah, anyway, sometimes you gotta work for it, sometimes it falls in your lap. Anywho, I took my car to get, I needed an inspection, and the heater stopped working. The heat itself works, but the fan doesn't work, so unless you're going 70 miles an hour, you don't feel any hot air coming out, which now that we're getting ice and stuff up here in New York, it's not really good for defrosting your windshield. And I had a headlight out, so I figured I'd have them fixed, just throw a bulb in there, which I could have done myself pretty easy, but I didn't feel like doing it since they were going to be doing other stuff anyway. And so in New York, where I live, we have a inspection law, yearly inspection. Your vehicle has to pass a yearly inspection. Otherwise, you technically can't drive it, and you'll get a ticket if you don't have a current inspection. But that's not in every state. I know when I lived out in Colorado, they didn't have that. And I have mixed feelings on this fucking law, because on the one hand, when I lived in Colorado, I've never seen so many vehicles on the side of the road broken down. And that's because nobody has to get them inspected yearly, so every year they just keep getting worse and worse, and people fucking just drive them until they run down, and they break down, and there's broken down vehicles everywhere. So states that have the inspection laws to keep vehicles safe and running and everything else. However, the part that fucking sucks is that your inspection is up. An inspection costs $23, something like that, $21. Not a big deal. Until they go to get like that fucking check engine light to turn off, and then they're like what happened today. The guy calls me up and he's like, so we're kind of at a decision-making spot right now, as far as you got to decide whether or not you want to sink the money needed to fix this thing or buy another vehicle. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, it runs perfectly fine. Like, all I needed was just whatever the check engine light was for, and a headlight, and if you could fix the heater for me. And he's like, well, the codes that were coming out were a 17 and a 16, which is camshaft alignment and fucking something else. And basically, like, long story short, it was going to be like, he was quoting me at like $3,000 to $4,000 to tear the engine apart to fix this fuck. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? And this always happens to me. Always happens to me. Like, everybody I know is like, oh, I don't want to take my car in because I'm going to have to pay a shit ton of money. And then they do it and they're like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Mine's always as bad as I thought, and then worse. Like they, I come out like way over what I thought it was going to be. And like, it's not, here's the thing is that it's not even a problem. Like, the vehicle runs perfectly fine, and that's why I don't like this law, because the only reason it won't pass inspection is because some sensor somewhere triggered a little code, and the check engine light came on, which doesn't affect the driving at all. But now, in order to get it fixed, just not even fixed because the car needs to run good, just fixed to turn off an engine light, is going to cost me like $3,000 to $4,000 at that place. I have a friend who works at a Chevy dealership. I called her up, gave her the codes, and she looked it up, and she quoted it at about $1,100 to do the work. But still, like, fuck. Like, it's not even fucking worth it. But at the same point, it would still be cheaper than buying a new fucking car. I just can't stand this goddamn, like, there's no wiggle room in this law. Like, there's nothing posing a safety hazard. They just wrote it and said, oh, you can't fucking pass an inspection if you have a check engine light on. It's like, why not? I checked the engine. It's fine. It's still running. It should be okay. But, I don't know. It's fucking bullshit. So I had the guy fix the fucking headlight and the heater. So at least now we won't get pulled over, unless somebody sees the inspection sticker. But that's still good for right now. I have another 2 months before the color is wrong. And then I'll get pulled over every 5 minutes. But I mean, I don't know, like, it's nice not having, like, shit cars, like, all over the place, like I saw in the States that didn't have it. But at the same time, like, every fucking year, at the time of my inspections due, there's always something wrong that I need to sink, like, just a fucking ass ton of money into the vehicle. So that really kind of, like, put a little damper on my day, if you will. I hate spending money on shit that I don't need to spend money on. So much more you can put your money towards, but it always seems like whenever you start getting on top of things, then your fucking car breaks down, or something else happens, who knows. But, yeah. Yeah, so that's about, it's the end of today's podcast. It was kind of fun. So let me know what you guys think. And I don't like have a plan on when I'm doing these fucking things. Like, if there's like people that actually want to hear them, then I should probably set up like a weekly like time where I put one of these out a week, because I don't have the fucking time to do one of these a day, nor the fucking, I don't complain that much on a normal day where I have an entire day's worth of complaints to vent about or things I want to just fucking go on a rant about. But yeah, so here's today's. I don't know. I just keep kind of making mental notes of when shit happens to me. As far as like stuff to talk about when I do these things. And again, the main point of this is just to kind of fucking just use it as a way to just fucking just get the shit out of my head, whatever. But thank you, and I'll be back next time, whenever that is. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Thank you.